Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to your daily short for January 29th, 2022. Please keep in mind that these readings are public readings. Some, none, or all of it may apply to your situation, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Today's reading is Divine Guidance for the Karmic Feminine. Because God has heard your prayers and saw your confusion. You're confused as to why one high priestess is protected and why you're not. Well, the reason for that is because your heart matters. Your intentions matter. When you come from a place of greed and malice and jealousy and hate, you get all that returned back to you. And it doesn't feel too nice, as you've plainly experienced. It's not about being perfect. It's about having the right heart. The only way to do that is to put in the work to heal yourself. So, this reading is divine guidance for you to go from the Empress in reverse to the Empress in the upright. The first card out is the High Priestess. I just saw 222 on the counter. The link will be in the description box below for the angel numbers index. It's about developing a personal relationship with God. And humbling yourself, asking for forgiveness, and changing your ways accordingly. That is how you grow and expand your psychic abilities. And that is how you qualify for angelic protection, because in this deck, the High Priestess is card number 44. It's all about angelic protection. 44 also breaks down to an 8. It's about transforming yourself from the inside out first. 333 on the counter. You must be in collaboration with God and the universe to co-create the life you want for yourself. It's about renewing your heart, renewing your mind, healing your emotions and your mind and your heart. But it starts with spiritual communion and the willingness to look at all of the dark aspects of yourself and take accountability for all of your actions, all of your behaviors, all of your secret thoughts and feelings. And then after you've taken accountability, it's about elevating from your previous behaviors to change to a whole new way of being and a whole new way of behaving and a whole new way of thinking and a whole new way of feeling. That's what brings you true success and protection from negative people and negative entities. Clarifying the High Priestess is the Two of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Two of Wands is all about making a firm choice to go down the right path in life, to heal your second house. It's where it starts. It starts with you. To spiritually heal your second house of self-value, self-worth. 555 on the counter. There's a lot of changes going on for you at this time. And it's frightening because all of these changes are negative. It's because of all of the negativity that you've projected out to other people. It's coming back to you. But let's talk about the second house some more. The second house is about self-value, self-worth, the money that you make, your possessions, and how you feel about your body. In order to increase your self-value and self-worth, you have to actually work very hard on your spiritual aspect first, and then work very hard on changing your behaviors, and then work very hard on improving your finances independently, because nobody owes you anything in this life. You owe everything to yourself, and you're just cheating yourself by being in this energy, making the wrong decision to go down the wrong path, which you have done, by being lazy and not putting in the work on yourself and not working for your own stability. There's great pride that comes with knowing that you've worked hard for your money. And it definitely transforms you, because then you can see what you're made of. And there's great pride in knowing that you earned everything that you have. Clarifying the High Priestess is the Seven of Swords reversed. And before I get into the Seven of Swords reversed, I'll point out the clarifiers on the Seven of Swords reversed. The Nine of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. You're very unhappy and disappointed, and even angry that your lying, your theft, and your deception has been exposed. That's because lying, cheating, stealing is wrong. Manipulation is wrong. All dark deeds that happen in the shadows, they all come to the light somehow. Look at this as a silver lining instead of being angry about it. Stop being angry that I've exposed your dark deeds, Karmic Feminine. Dark deeds that you have done within your marriage, 7th house of Libra and partnerships. You wouldn't admit to your wrongdoings. So the universe was determined to find a way to expose them. You're to be fair and balanced in all of your partnerships. To act with integrity. To have knowledge of good and evil. And knowing the difference between what actions, thoughts, and feelings and intentions are good and which are evil. Because of your deeds, your thoughts, your feelings, and intentions, and the things that you've done, basically, you have riled up God's anger towards you. You want to appease that anger? Then I urge you to follow the guidance within this reading, Karmic Feminine. I'm throwing pearls out for everyone, including the karmics here. Because God loves y'all, every single one of us. No matter what we've done, He is kind and merciful to show us all the way if we choose to bring ourselves out of hate and anger and bitterness and jealousy and codependent behavior. "66 in the reverse is not utilizing your gifts for good. You've chosen to do them for evil. But you can change all that and turn it around if you beg God for forgiveness and ask Him to help you change your ways and work in collaboration with Him and have your decisions and your actions reflect your true change. You got to give it your all. You got to turn that desperation you feel to hang on to someone to take care of you unjustly. You got to turn that desperation into being desperate to put in the work, to do whatever it takes to get yourself right, to get yourself healed. Because you're not healed here. The 9 of Cups in reverse is your dreams are not coming true because you're not coming from an open heart space. 9 of Cups in reverse talks about disappointment. Because you're hoarding all of the positive emotions for yourself and you're not giving it to anyone else. And then you use it all up and then there's nothing left. That is known as being an energetic vampire, but it doesn't have to be that way. You need to unblock your heart chakra. You need to develop love and compassion for everyone else and understand things from a higher perspective. That we're all human beings. We're all here to learn how to develop our souls. We're all here to learn how to better ourselves. Life is just school 24/7. To learn how to become better than we were yesterday and continue to build on that each and every day. But opening your heart chakra to develop love and compassion for others, it starts with developing that love and compassion for yourself. Because I'm here to tell you that I was once in this energy too. I had to love myself first. I had to nurture myself first. I had to turn this energy upside down to be right side up, to be the way that it's supposed to be, because I've lived my whole life like this until very recently. I assure you. I understand and empathize where you're coming from, because I just pulled myself out of it not that long ago. You don't have to spend 40 years in the wilderness, 40 years of being alone and in pain and miserable. If I would have had someone years ago to tell me all the things that I'm telling you, I would have been much happier sooner. But I had to learn it for myself. This is my gift to you. Sometimes we don't always deserve the gifts we're given. But it's up to you to accept the gift and utilize it to your advantage. Because being in this energy, you're only working against yourself. It starts with self-care. It starts with being alone. And healing your heart. Taking care of your immediate needs. Bandaging all of your wounds from the inside out. Starts with the littlest things. Like keeping up with your hygiene. Showing yourself compassion. Taking accountability for your actions. Working on yourself. Showing love and compassion to yourself, and then extending it to your children. You can't do it all at once. It starts off small. Once you're able to open up your heart space to show love and compassion for yourself, so you can reflect that out to others genuinely, that's when you can get the desires of your heart. In the Bible it says, seek first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added to you. You can't just take what you want. You have to earn it. The next card out is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's why you find yourself in misfortune after misfortune, loss and pain and suffering. You're not advancing or progressing. You're stuck and you're stagnant. Sagittarius energy in the reverse. There's no growth or expansion here because your heart is blocked. You've been cruel to others, but you've been cruel to yourself first. Think about it. You've been cruel to yourself for so long because you've been conditioned in cruelty. So you were cruel to yourself, and then you reflected that out to others. And it eventually caught up with you. And when the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, it's very difficult to teach you, to guide you, and to record your name in the book of life because you're spiritually dead. But you can resurrect your spirit by asking God for forgiveness and asking for direction on how to change your ways here. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is clarified by the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Swords. It's about defending the truth. Always. Standing up for the truth. Telling the truth, no matter how difficult it is. You're actually respected more when you humble yourself and you tell the truth. It's up to the other people whether or not they want to forgive you, or if they do forgive you, it's up to them whether or not they will continue to want to deal with you. But it's about being honest and being in your integrity. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune is the Fool. This is about starting fresh. This is Aries and Aquarius energy. The willingness to learn how to live life in a brand new way and see things from a different pair of eyes. It's about taking the shroud of illusion from your eyes. And becoming who you are. And projecting that out to the world, because this is card 1. This is how the world sees you. You've been foolish. You have made so many poor choices. But it's time to harness this full energy to a positive. To just trust God to help you change yourself so that you can build your willpower and harness it for good. To be in your truth and your integrity. Not to continue to lie and cheat and steal. But when you build your willpower, new beginnings happen for you. And then the angels can assist you with difficult and great undertakings here to help you meet your goals. Whenever you make goals and then you meet them, you're filled with a great sense of accomplishment. You need to learn how to feel that for yourself. It's time to stop juggling. It's time to stop living a double life. It's time to stop pretending that you're one way when you're really not. Instead of pretending to be a good person, why don't you just be a good person? To improve your self-value and your self-worth. So that then you can make your own money and get your own possessions and feel a sense of great pride and accomplishment for doing so. Because you did that by yourself. Using your willpower to change that desperation and harness it for your betterment. It's time to get your mind clear and your emotions clear. Come out of confusion. Stop projecting your confusion on others. And the only way to do that is by releasing all of your toxic behaviors, all of your codependent behaviors. And it starts with releasing addictions. Addictions to alcohol, drugs, or any other substances, or addictions to sex, addictions to power, addictions to greed. Because this devil energy has seduced you, and it is destroying you. This energy has the capability of working within any one of us, and it will take us down as far as we let it, until we decide to take away the devil's power over our minds, our bodies, our souls, and our emotions, and our finances, and our spirits. It's about not being chained to the devil anymore. It's about not being chained to your addictions anymore. It's about fighting your addictions and standing your ground. And it's about learning how to change from being codependent to being independent. So then we can learn how to then be interdependent with others instead of relying on each other for needs. It's about coming together and help each other build each other up. Not how to keep someone else down so that you can maintain a certain level of stability or a certain way of life. It's about unlearning everything that you know. Six of Cups reversed, which brings me to this. It's about healing your heart and your mind and your emotions of all of the bad things that have happened to you in your childhood. It's about forgiving everyone who has ever hurt you as you were growing up. Forgiving everyone who has taken from you, has robbed you of your innocence. Forgiving those who have abused you and wronged you. It's about forgiving your parents and everyone else that have reinforced pain and suffering and abuse and neglect upon you as a child, because what you've done is you've taken that with you and you still carry this because you never felt safe as a child. You don't feel safe now because you aren't safe. It takes a lot of courage to heal your inner child so that you can be happy and free and childlike again, to have fun, to enjoy your life. Every day, Six of Cups, it's the sixth house of Virgo. It's in the reverse. Because every day, it's really wearing on all of these wounds that you carry with you, right? It's obvious in all of your actions and your behaviors and your thoughts and your words. And it's ruining and tarnishing your reputation and your physical health every day. It's only reinforcing these childhood wounds. 45 breaks down to a 9 because you're rejecting the ninth house of Sagittarius to build you up. The only way you can heal your inner child is through spirituality, religion, philosophy, psychology, and then you can expand. And then you can be able to do long distance traveling in peace and harmony. The Six of Cups in reverse, like in the upright, it's about motivation and lifting up those who are fallen and humiliated, but it's in the reverse because you don't have the motivation to lift your own self up because you are fallen and humiliated. It's about not being lazy anymore to lift yourself up, to elevate yourself. When you have the strength and the courage to face the dark sides of yourself and take accountability for your actions and elevate and turn from your wicked ways, you won't be blocked and stuck anymore. You'll be able to move forward. And lots of opportunities will come your way again. Tap into your Leo energy and harness it correctly. Build your courage and build your confidence. Through daily meditation and healing your inner child. Going to counseling and getting coping skills on how you can learn how to reclaim your life and be a better person. Because clarifying the Six of Cups in reverse is the Ace of Cups in reverse. This is why you need to suck all of the goodness out of everyone else, because you don't have unconditional love for yourself. You don't even love or care about yourself at all. And you steal everyone else's loving energy for yourself, and then you burn it all up, and then there's nothing left. And then you just keep having to have more, so you keep feeding on others. This is Ace of Cups in reverse. This is not loving. This is not kind. This is malicious. But we all have the capacity to turn this Ace of Cups right side up, because in order to be able to generate this energy for ourselves, instead of stealing it from other people and manipulating others to give it to you, it's about connecting to the divine. Connecting to what true unconditional love is. So that you can love yourself first. Because when you love yourself first unconditionally, it makes you more attractive to others. It's not really a huge secret, but it is about the strength in doing the work to move forward. It takes a long time. In January of 2019, I was miserable in the dark. I was at rock bottom health. I was walking with a cane. I was addicted to prescription pain medication. I was addicted to sex. I couldn't get enough because I was unhappy and unfulfilled. Because I wasn't even looking at myself. I was looking around at other people and wondering why other people were so lucky and blessed and not me. And I tried to take what wasn't mine too. Not to the extent that you're doing, but I did, and nothing ever worked. Because 54 breaks down to a 9, because I wasn't tapping into, I wasn't getting in tune with myself. I wasn't getting in tune with God. I wasn't going to counseling. I wasn't working on myself. I was still trying to hide my shameful, evil deeds. But when I started telling the truth about the things that I've done, little by little, I was feeling that sense of freedom. And over time, I was able to rejuvenate my mind, my emotions, and later my body. I'm still in the process of transformation. I'm not done yet. We're not done until we're done with this lifetime, and then we get reincarnated into a new lifetime, and then we start all over to evolve and grow again and again and again and again. Some lifetimes we fail, and some lifetimes we succeed. Don't let this be the lifetime that you fail. Let this be the time that you succeed and obtain the mercy of God and live a long life. But right now, you're sitting in this energy here, not feeling rejuvenated and not having the mercy of God to live a long life because you haven't turned from your ways. Your ways have been wicked and malicious. You've caused great hurt and pain to others, just like others have caused great hurt and pain to you. It's about investing into yourself, your self-care. It's about learning something new so that you can provide for yourself and provide for your family. So you can handle your own shit on your own, to be independent, to be loving and kind and nurturing to yourself first, so you can extend it to others. The next card out is Justice. All of this has happened to you as karmic justice. Evil gets repaid back in kind. What that means is you put out evil to others and you get it back on yourself. But whenever 18 breaks down to another 9, ninth house is Sagittarius again. But whenever you tune into the divine, whenever you start praying and asking for forgiveness and doing the spiritual work on yourself and doing the psychological and emotional work on yourself, adhere to moral philosophies, you can then expand and grow as a person. And then instead of justice happening to you, you can create your own justice for yourself. To make the truth known by your own actions, so you can restore your innocence and absolve your guilt. Clarifying justice is the 3 of Swords in reverse and the Empress in reverse. The reason why you're in this false Empress energy, a very unloving, unkind wife and mother, is because you must heal your broken heart first. You never did that. You weren't even aware that you needed to do that, because I know that I wasn't aware that I needed to do that. Then you can be true and compassionate, loving and giving and honest and caring whenever you can turn all of your inner queens upright. Be a true Queen of Pentacles. Be a true Queen of Cups. Be a true Queen of Swords. Having boundaries with others to protect yourself, so you can protect your heart, so you can continue to operate from an open heart space but not getting hurt. To be a true Queen of Wands. To be passionate and bold and confident and attract through your beauty and not through what you can offer someone else by opening your legs. It is about respecting yourself to keep your private parts sanctified and holy. It is not meant for just anyone and everyone to get up in there. It's where life begins. It's a sacred place. But you're not respecting your feminine private parts, man. You're not respecting your heart. You don't have boundaries with people, and people don't have boundaries with you. You let everybody walk all over you, and you walk all over everyone else in return. You can't truly be loving and compassionate whenever you behave like that. Like this. When you can begin to meet your own needs instead of expecting others to meet your needs for you. You need to feel whole and complete within yourself. No one else can provide that for you. You keep on trying and over and over and over and over and over again, and you keep failing over and over and over again, and it's insanity. Clarifying justice is the Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands twice. It's about course correcting. It's about getting off the wrong path and getting on the right path. Of discovering yourself, your self-value and your self-worth. By taking care of yourself on all levels. To learn about true love and wisdom. And then you will have victory over anyone who would attack you. This is why you keep losing. Clarifying the Two of Wands is the Seven of Swords reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So we have the Seven of Swords reversed twice. As well as the Two of Wands reversed. It's about discontinuing the path that you're on and choosing the path of life. By not being in the Seven of Swords energy. To stop lying. To stop stealing. To stop tricking people. It's so much easier to live your life in an honest and in a place from integrity, because then you're not leaving evidence behind that's going to get you caught. When you live your life in your authenticity, and you live your life with morals and integrity, you're leaving behind evidence of your morals and in your integrity, and then people will respect you, and then your opportunities will open back up for you. But not until you do the inner work on yourself and then do the outer work to match the inner work that you've done on yourself. The next card out is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very unstable in and out energy. The Knight of Wands is very fast-moving energy. It is also known as the energy of sexual conquests. Fleeting. It doesn't last. 24 breaks down to a 6. Sixth house of Virgo. What you do every day, your reputation and your physical health. But it's also about investigating how to improve your physical health and your reputation. Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It's time to use your Leo energy responsibly here to protect yourself and stop trying to prevent the discovery of secret crimes. You've already been exposed. It's time to admit to it and turn from your ways. It's time to save yourself. Clarifying, the Knight of Wands is the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Because your secret crimes have been discovered and exposed, people are walking away from you, and it's causing you great anxiety, lots of pain and depression, and nightmares. You can't rest, you can't focus. But when you behave badly over and over and over and over again, and you're betraying people around you that love you, protect you, and provide for you, you're abusing them. You're abusing their trust. You're abusing their heart. You're abusing their minds. You're abusing their spirits. You're abusing their finances. And if you're physically abusing them, then take the shoe. If it fits, wear it. Accept the responsibility for it. And turn from your ways. It's wicked. It's all wicked. And as long as you continue to act like this, things are never going to go in your favor. Which goes into clarifying the Knight of Wands here. The Sun in reverse. Leo energy again. You're unhappy, you're angry, you're miserable. Your health and vitality is fading. You're weakening. Because you're not harnessing your Leo or your Capricornian energy correctly. As a Capricorn, you should be focused on being diligent and brave and hardworking. And being loyal. Being a person who is dependable. You're none of those things. Because you're so far in addictions and toxicity and toxic behaviors and toxic thoughts and feelings and projection and all of that God can't restore your life until you change your ways. It starts with you. Then you can be protected from enemies and adversaries. Then you can shine brightly. To have the truth illuminated to you so you can then in turn illuminate the truth to others. But the reason why you're in the sun reversed energy, the reason why you're angry, the reason why you're depressed, the reason why you feel defeated and physically weak and drained is because of your hateful, malicious feelings that you harbor inside of you. Because of all of your manipulation that you have done on all levels. This is why you are not victorious. This is why you're not getting public recognition, and instead you're getting public humiliation. It's about changing your heart. And to be a true high priestess here, to be a true psychic that is connected to divine source, you have to be able to come out of poverty and lack mindset. Because really that's the root of all of this. You're so afraid of being poor. That you're willing to go unethical routes to get your money and provisions the easiest way possible. That's not the path. It's hard work. Are you willing to put in the hard work to change your life? Or are you going to continue on this downward spiral until it kills you? The choice is yours. What are you going to do, Karmic Feminine? It took me 3 years to go from misery, addiction, and rock bottom health, and manipulation, and all of that, to get to where I am now. The exact opposite. Do you have the staying power to put in the time, the energy, the commitment, and the focus here? The two runes that came out is Fehu and Zelle in the reverse. The reason why Zelle is in the reverse is because you're not concentrating on yourself. You're projecting out to everyone else, and you're blaming everyone else. And you're manipulating everyone instead of concentrating and focusing on you. How you can improve yourself to be a better person than you were yesterday and build on that every day. This is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Because you're not concentrating on you. You're not focused on you. It's time to put the focus where it belongs, on you, because in order to change your life, you have to change yourself. You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the blessing instead of cursing others. Zelle is associated with charisma and driving energy. A young man with a seemingly delicate movement tames a huge dragon as if by sheer force of mind. This is your dragon. The demonic entities that are attached to you, that are begging you to feed this devil energy through addictions and toxicity and codependency and greed. Everything can be achieved as long as you use the right tools and your awareness. The card invites us to channel our forces and funnel them toward a single goal. Your mind and your heart must become allies, because within their union lies true power. You don't have any power because your mind and your heart are not aligned in good and in unconditional love. Your mind and your heart are aligned with evil and malice. It's time for a brand new beginning. I saw 010101 on the counter just a few seconds ago. You can have new beginnings too, a fresh new start at life. But only if you focus and concentrate on yourself and your healing and changing of your ways. The card furthermore symbolizes a lucky moment. The lucky moment is to turn yourself around so the Wheel of Fortune can turn in your favor. And whenever the Wheel of Fortune does turn in your favor, it's not time to rest, but keep acting with all of your concentration. It's time to enjoy psychophysical balance, the balance between your body and your mind, because you're not. It's time to learn how to seize opportunities on the fly, especially now, because you're in poverty, you're alienated for the things that you've done and humiliated. It's time to turn it around again for yourself. But it all depends on the choices that you make and the actions that you take. Are you going to do nothing and stay stuck? Or are you going to pull yourself up and do the work on yourself? Do you feel worthy of success? Do you feel worthy of creating it for yourself? Are you desperate enough to create success for yourself? Your situation has fallen apart. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take this opportunity to build yourself up from a solid foundation? Or are you going to continue to rebuild on the same ruined, faulty foundation that you've been building on and been rebuilding on? Zelle helps to shed light on our wishes and focus our goals. It's time to think about what you want. You create goals for yourself and focus on them. And do the work for your goals. Then we have Fehu. It means livestock, and the key word is structure. The rune is associated with home and family, with abundance, wealth, and fertility. A house that is lived in, protected by a fence in the center of the property. The house indicates the hearth where you find peace and protection. The symbol of fertile, safe, and abundant center in your life. That's what a home should be, but your home has always been the opposite. Chaotic, unprotected, infertile, unsafe, and very spiritually poor. And it creates financial losses for you and all around you. We live in a moment of well-being. It's time to live in the moment for your well-being and peace of mind. And this makes us more confident and strong. It is ideal conditions for realizing our dreams. You can't live in the past and you can't live in the future. You have to live in the here and now and focus on your self-care, your self-value, your self-worth, doing the inner work through praying and asking for forgiveness, turning from your ways, healing through spirituality, going to counseling, healing your emotions and your thoughts and your behaviors. It's going to take work. It's about eating healthy, eliminating toxic substances, it's about treating your body with respect. Body, mind, soul. Family and our possessions are a starting point rather than an end point. It's not a goal. It's what you start from. It's what should give you power to be the best person that you can be. So you can have the stability that you need to organize your future and expand your horizons. You create your own stability. Our actions are well thought out and dictated by calm and foresight. Or they should be. The moment has come to reflect upon the center of our life. What have you achieved and what are you missing? You have to do both. You have to focus on both. You have to acknowledge both. Write them all down. What have you achieved in your life and what are you missing? What is precious to you and what needs to be protected? And what must you do to grow further? This is how you break yourself free of karmic cycles. This is how you break yourself free of being a karmic person. Fehu makes us strong and helps us build something long-lasting. But it's all about the path you choose. Are you going to choose to make a course correction and be dedicated to it? And harness your desperation to do whatever it takes to change yourself for the positive, to get yourself out of the negativity, the darkness, the evil, the illusions, the fears, to get yourself out of poverty, etc., etc. Do you have the courage and the strength to pull yourself up by your bootstraps? And start a whole new way of living. To start a brand new life from a solid foundation. Are you going to start taking care of yourself? Are you going to start respecting yourself and others? Starts with you. The choice is yours. We all have the free will to make that choice. It's up to each individual to do that or not. So this is how you can get yourself out of your situation. This is how you can start anew. To learn how to be alone and take care of yourself, to be independent and self-sufficient. To be self-made, where you can stay stuck in this energy. That's all everyone's individual choice. So what are you going to do? Thank y'all for supporting my channel in all the ways that you do. I really do love helping people. I love helping everyone. I am passionate about what I do. I am here to expose the truth and to help others free themselves from their dark and desperate and lonely lives. Because I was once dark and desperate and lonely and miserable too. And I was able to pull myself out of that slowly but surely. I didn't get a whole lot of help along the way. I got a little bit, but I got just the amount of help that I needed that wouldn't keep me enabled into staying in this energy. I got just enough help to turn me into this self-made person so that I could be the Empress and the upright. It's about being worthy and deserving of it. It's about choosing the right path and doing the work. And it's about never backsliding to the old life and the old way of being and the old people. And everything from the past, the old ways of being, the old people, and the old energies, and the old ways of thinking, and the old behaviors, and especially the addictions, they have to all be eliminated. One step at a time. One day at a time. One goal at a time. You meet one goal, you tackle another goal. And keeping up with your work as you work on new goals. Because I know if I go back to this old life, I'll die. I don't want to do that. Ever. I know I will someday, but I don't want to die before my time. I want to be as healthy as I can so that I can help as many people as I can. And really, the true help is helping others find the strength within them the courage within them and the confidence within them to change their own lives. Because we can't do it for anyone else. We can just point the way, be an example, and tell the truth. And be in our integrity and be a role model. That's all we can do. We can't force it upon anyone. Those that want to help themselves will. And here's the way. Do with it what you will. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon.